Pieter Friedrich, if you could come forward and state your address, please.
My address is confidential due to the nature of my work, but I'm coming from Dallas, Texas at the moment. On Christmas Day in 1998, in the Indian state of Gujarat, affiliates of the fascist RSS, a Hindu nationalist paramilitary, took to the streets, chanting slogans about driving out Christians. Over 10 days, they attacked dozens of churches, burning most of them to the ground. Less than a month later, in the Indian state of Odisha, the Australian missionary Graham Staines and his 2 young sons, ages 10 and 6, were burned alive by an RSS mob. Over the years, violence against Christians in Odisha continued, with the RSS storming churches, killing priests, raping nuns, and so on. It came to a head on Christmas Eve 2007 when mobs of thousands took to the streets chanting, "Kill the Christians, destroy the churches." Ultimately, several Christians were murdered while about 100 churches and 600 Christian homes were demolished. Then in August 2008, the RSS staged an outright pogrom in Odisha. For a week, mobs burned and killed, ultimately slaughtering approximately 100 Christians while demolishing approximately 6,000 Christian homes and 400 churches. 6 years later, the RSS gained national power in India when RSS member Narendra Modi took over as Prime Minister. Modi's bloody past as the Chief Minister of the state of Gujarat, where the RSS massacred thousands of Muslims in 2002, did nothing but help position him in the eyes of the Hindu nationalist movement as the right man to lead the country. And ever since, India has become hell on earth for Indian Muslims and Christians. For Christians, India is now ranked the 10th most dangerous country in the world. They routinely face hundreds of mob attacks per year, attacks where armed mobs of 50 or 100 or 250 or 500 invade Sunday services to destroy the sanctuary, beat the congregants, and drag them into the streets. And yet, just last week, right here in Frisco, Texas, we had an American nonprofit organization fundraising to support the demolition of churches in India at a time when Indian Christians are falling under the knife day by day by day. Today also marks the 30th anniversary of the most infamous demolition by the RSS of a religious structure in independent India, the Babri Masjid. That mob demolition sparked the slaughter of thousands of Muslims across the country. Demolition of Indian churches will similarly spark bloodshed. And yet a Frisco outfit is raising money to support such demolitions. The agenda of the Frisco-based Global Hindu Heritage Foundation will almost certainly contribute to persecution of Christians in India. I urge the Frisco City Council to have the courage to proclaim that GHHF's hateful agenda has no place in Frisco, in Texas, in America, or in the world. If you demonstrate such courage of conviction in standing up for the principles of truth, justice, and religious freedom, the city of Frisco could potentially have a real-world impact to uplift the suffering and bleeding minorities, Christians and Muslims of India. Thank you. And I have for each member of the council a short booklet detailing the issue of Indian Christian persecution.
Thank you.